before on any platform. Instagram, I'm not even sure if TikTok does it, but I figured I'd talk about this like in a raw moment of what I'm feeling right now. Welcome to the Real with Khalil. And I just want to share something. One thing that's been holding me back has been the idea of doing a live and like kind of being vulnerable. I just wrapped the sauna, so give me a moment. So I just got out the sauna, and I've been feeling like this immense like sadness, like this interesting sadness, and it typically comes on Mondays, and it is one of those things where it's like the sadness I feel on a Monday sometimes is like overpowering, right? So this overpowering sadness, and I don't know where it comes from. Like, I don't know if it's the loss of the weekend. I'm not sure really where it comes from, but I want to hop on here and do a live because I know it's the cringe thing that I don't want to do, and I know that takes a little bit of bravery on my part to be able to do so. And so I just want to share in a moment, right? And I don't really care what it impacts or I don't really care what the outcome is. I just want to get it out, right? So this will be the first one. And what up, cousin? How you doing? Thanks for hopping on, bro. I just got the sauna. You can see I wear this in the sauna. I have a sauna suit. And so I want to express like this sadness that I've been feeling, this overwhelming sadness that has been kind of like heavy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been like this constant, almost like gravity, right? You can't like touch it but you can feel it, right? It's like one of those things that you can't touch it, but you feel it. It's kind of like a play on words, but so I've been feeling this sadness. I'm trying to figure out where this sadness is like emanating from. Where is this prevailing wind coming from? And the sadness that I've been feeling is like a loss of I don't care about a lot of things. Like a lot of things I just don't care about anymore. It's odd. It's odd for me to feel I don't care about a lot of stuff. And you're like, well, you know, it's probably a good thing. Is if I look at it with perspective and time and take the moment to really like sit in it, I can see where it is a beautiful benefit to be like, I don't really care about certain things, right? Like, you have many things that are going on in the world, right? You got a government shutdown, you got apparently a spaceship coming, there's all this stuff happening in the world, right? And it's one of the things that's like happening in the world. It's like our in the realization that things happen all the time, right? And they're in the same cycle all the time, right? So, you know, we're going into winter, right? And right now, winter, and after winter comes spring, right? What a great place for spring to be put, right? And we think about those things like they happen at the same time all the time. They show up in the same way all the time with regularity. And so to think so is silly. Like, it's like foolish to think, well, they're not going to show up. You're like, they're going to show up. They show up the same way every time. Everything shows up the same way. It always shows up the same way. It's like the same things happen all the time, right? The names change with the news and world and all that stuff. It stays the same. I don't care who it is. I don't care what political party you believe in, whether you're black, white, gay, straight, every sexual preference. I don't care. They all remain the same. Like, those things are really, really big. And so I've been feeling this immense sadness. And I think the sadness is coming from, in fact, I know where it comes from, is my lack of caring of things that don't really matter anymore. It's like, I don't care. For those who don't know, I watch football. I'm a big football fan. I played college football. You know, the Eagles won last night. I'm super happy. Oh, the Eagles won, right? But it doesn't do anything. It's like this temporary like fix of like, oh, that's cool. And so what I'm finding is that this sadness that comes from not caring about things that made me who I am today. It's almost like a rebirth. And I know in a rebirth, that's got to be one of the toughest things to feel, is the feeling of giving up things that made you who you are today. The things that shape me. It's funny for me to find that sports no longer elicit the same response. In fact, I find them to be sometimes like, why am I watching this thing? Like, why am I watching these people? I remember my mom telling me this, shout out to my mom, telling me when I was a young kid, I didn't read at the grade level that I needed to. I was always like a few grades behind on my reading level. And my mom would say, Khalil, if you want to go be a college athlete or be a professional athlete, these gentlemen have done the work already to get there. And you are essentially a cheerleader because you need to do all the work to get there. The sadness of losing things that made you who you are is like you're like, that doesn't matter. You're like, yeah, sports don't really matter. You're like, what you mean? It made me who I am. Now, granted, the disciplines and the ability to be miserable or to learn how to overcome or discipline or perseverance or showing up even when you are feeling like terrible, like the ability to be miserable is one of the biggest things I learned from playing sports. But then you realize on the other side of it, it's like, well, that shaped me, but it's no longer something I need to actually partake in, but I can take the lessons, right? And so I'm having this sadness. That's this continuous sadness. If I'm talking with a list, I have my Invisalign in. but this continuous sadness that keeps showing up and realization that things don't matter. A lot of things don't matter. And the sadness behind realizing that those things don't matter is almost like realizing like, your parents are not invincible, or, Santa Claus doesn't exist, or the Easter Bunny doesn't exist, right? So, hi baby, my pup just came in. How you doing? How you doing? You can see that? Certain things just don't matter. And the sadness behind that, losing the, I don't know what I would call it, maybe the innocence or the desire, is like, wow, like I can't believe I lost this feeling. Just realizing so many things don't matter in a big scheme of life, right? It's like, what are you really here for, right? What are you really here to do? What are you really here to create? What are you really here to manifest and do in your life? And watching a game, or even like certain like little things, you be like, that shit doesn't even matter. Anyway, I just want to hop on and say, like, if you're feeling this way too, I don't know. I think a lot of us have felt that pain of like, of like losing what we thought was so principle in our life, such a staple in our life, such a foundation in our life. And you lose these things and you think to yourself, man, how do I not enjoy sports anymore? And my team is winning. I think they're the top of the NFC. And it's like I care, but my question at the end of the day is, well, what does it matter though? Like, does it change my life? Does it change it? It may make me happy for a little bit, but what does it really change? What does it really do, right? Yeah, I'm sweating like crazy. I just got the sauna, so I wear this in the sauna. But, it's one of those things that's, I just want to just talk to people and just say, like, I feel the pain of like losing the innocence of things that you used to really enjoy, that you realize are just setups for you to just be in a space of not pursuing the goals and desires that you want truly, because we're distracted, whether that be by our phone, or whether it be by our, Telegram, or, TikTok or Instagram, or even YouTube. It's like, well, does this really matter? You're like, no, it doesn't matter. At the end of your days, when you think about life and you reflect on the time that you got to spend on this planet, right? In this small window of time that we get to create on this planet, right? This small portion of time that we get to have on the planet, what really matters? And you're like, does football really matter? Or sports, or baseball, or the latest TikTok things? Like, you're like, no, it doesn't even matter. This shit don't matter. And I think that's the sadness that I've been feeling. But I want to share that today, and hopefully find you in a great spot. For those, it's my first time ever seeing this. I do a page called The Real with Khalil. We talk about truth, transparency, and vulnerability. And I think it's a conversation that many men don't have, but a lot of people don't have, right? So anyway, if you're feeling that sadness of like, man, I wish I could just feel like I felt before, I think that's maybe an evolution. And for every iteration of who we are, every person that we become, and every time we actually do something new, the old us has to die. And I think that's what's happening currently right now. And you may feel that same way, that the old version of you is dying. When the old version of you dies, it's hard, and you can't really hold on to anything that's left there. I was like, well, all of it got to go. You're like, all of it. You're like, you can keep the principles and lessons, but the new version of yourself has to emerge. And in that emergence of that new human, that new person, I just got the sauna, so that's why I'm sweating. But when the old you dies, there is a funeral that takes place of the version of you that has to leave for the new one to come. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a powerful day today. Thanks for checking in. Please check out The Real with Khalil. Truth, transparency, and vulnerability. Your podcast for real life, real talk with real people for real change. But thanks for checking in. Hope you guys are having a powerful day. Remember, the new you has to emerge, and the old you has to leave for the new iteration and new version of you. And I think that's the sadness I've been feeling. So hope you guys have a powerful day. Thanks for checking in. I have no clue. It's my first live, so I already know how to end this thing, but let's see. How do we end this thing? How do we end this thing? I don't know. Maybe this button? Nope, that's not the button. Maybe just the X. I'm not sure. Anyway, thanks for checking this. This is my first cringe video of me doing a live, and I plan to do more. So on the other side of everything we want is cringe. Everything we want. On the other side of cringe is everything that we want. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.